Welcome to another exciting episode of the James Loud podcast, coming to you straight from the heart of Catalonia, beautiful Barcelona, a city that pulses with vibrant energy and a zest for life like nowhere else on earth. I'm thrilled to be here in one of my favorite cities where the culture is as rich as the history is deep. Barcelona, a city famous for its breathtaking architecture, from the surreal creations of Gaudí to the medieval charm of the Gothic Quarter, is more than just a feast for the eyes. It's a culinary paradise where every meal is a celebration, and the flavors are as bold and dynamic as the city itself. From mouth-watering tapas to fresh seafood that dances on your palate, Barcelona offers a gastronomic adventure that's second to none. And what better place to host Spannabis, one of the largest and most celebrated cannabis gatherings in Europe? This year marks a bittersweet moment as we celebrate the final Spannabis event in Barcelona. It's a significant chapter in cannabis culture, drawing enthusiasts and experts from across the globe to share, learn, and celebrate the art and science of cannabis. While it's sad to bid farewell to such an iconic event in this incredible city, we're here to make this last one the most memorable yet. Join us as we explore the vibrant culture, dive into the delectable food, and experience the amazing cannabis scene that Barcelona is renowned for. We'll live it up one last time at Spannabis, soaking in every moment of this unique gathering. First up is the Barcelona Dab-a-Doo, a very special event which is a kickoff to the week of Spannabis and also to celebrate Mila's 80th birthday. How's it going, everybody? I'm here kicking off Spannabis 2025 at the Greenhouse / Strain Hunters Club in Barcelona with Arjan Roskam. How are you doing today, Arjan?
We're doing great, guys. And James Loud, guys, this weekend, Spannabis at the Greenhouse booth. So I hope to see you all there and have a great weekend in Barcelona.
I'm here with Dr. Green from Trinidad. He was in a Strain Hunters documentary in 2011 or 12?
11.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
So we met at the High Times Cannabis Cup in 2012.
Yeah.
And then we got Ashwin here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, James. So I know James for many, many years now.
Yeah.
I sold your seeds.
Yeah.
Seed center over the counter. But most remarkable, something I will never forget, is when Sunset Sherb first landed here in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And there was one man that took it to Spannabis, and people were lining up for that. And that's
How we got here, I don't know. But yeah, I had it at Spannabis.
You had your hands on it.
We
That's
did.
what I know.
2013.
And it was just,
Game changer.
I will never forget. And that's because of the flavor profile, something unique. And it lingers in my memory.
So I feel like the flavors from today that people know as gelatos and all these gelato derivatives all really started with Sunset Sherbet. There was cookies, and they're all derivatives of cookies too, but really that Sunset Sherbet kind of set the trend on that candy dessert profile.
And Sherbs, that Sunset Sherbet had power, which
it was
I
special.
think is also important. Like
That was-
flavor, effect, something that, like, when you smoke, you know that you're smoking. Nowadays, everything is flavor.
Yeah.
And you can empty bags after bags.
When there's
after
so much
bags.
similarity between everything, right? And Sunset Sherbet back then really stood out, very special. Yeah, Mario did a good job growing that, man. Got to give it up to Mario for growing that. Sherbinsky, big shout out.
100%. Shout out Sherbinsky.
Yeah, I mean, there was people that started seed companies off of the bag seeds that came out of the Sherbet packs.
I know that people called it even Spannabis sherbet. Like
Yeah.
Pheno Finder has a Spannabis sherb in their
Totally. He crushed it. He crushed it with that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, yeah, it's great seeing you here.
Definitely.
What are you expecting out of Spannabis 2025?
It's the last Spannabis we understand in Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sad, to be honest with you, because as you know, most of us are here the last decade, at least 10 years, with clubs that we're accustomed to, people we're accustomed to.
We were both here when they opened this club up.
Yeah,
you know,
2014.
2014.
Yeah. So we have our places already, and to see the expo move and go to somewhere else, because a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to stay the same, people are going to come, but that's not true.
Yeah.
If you can't if you can't market your brand in Spannabis, coming from America, coming from the UK and all that, are you really going to come to Barcelona in March just to hang out with how many friends are actually going to be here? Yeah. So it's sad. It's sad for me that things are changing, and hopefully, we'll all find a new location that's similar enough to be together. Maybe Mary
Like
Jane.
the Caribbean.
Maybe the Caribbean, that's
Definitely Mary Jane too, but it's not just once a year. We need to get together multiple times a year. It can't just be once a year.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? So like, we need our Spannabis type event right around this time of year. We need the Mary Jane type event. We need the Caribbean events. We need the California events where people are coming to California to the events. I think.
And if the right people are listening, I mean, every show has its audience.
Right.
But if this show eventually maybe does get to the political aspect of Barcelona, the mayor especially, I mean, look, Spain has a ton of money as a country, maybe from the old slave trade days, I don't know. But it's still, why would you as a country discourage tourism that is not affecting anyone, that is taking away from illicit market opportunities? And we know that when cannabis is sold on the street, the monies from those illicit activities go to more illicit activities, firearms and all these other issues, right? So if you have a licensed operation that, I mean, you look around through the video here, you see it's a social club. People come here to consume cannabis peacefully, right? And then leave peacefully. It's one of the greatest things you could do. If anyone hears this, the thousands of people that come here every year for the purpose of consuming in the clubs, it should be something to be considered to be kept. Definitely.
For me, it's hard to argue that this plant doesn't make the world a better place, right? So at the end of the day, I feel like the people here are bringing positivity into this world.
Yeah.
They're, whether they're consciously doing it or not, they're making the world a better place. And I think that's my big argument for all these types of events. I think sharing our stories and experiences, coming to these events together, we've been doing this for a long time.
What's this, almost a little over 10 years now? Yeah,
13
exactly.
years together, right? And then besides what we've done on our own, it was like, and it's like without these events, we would never have met.
I have more good friends out here than I do in my own country. So it's something that should be encouraged. The social aspect of it, the coming together. One small event sometimes brings 20, 30 countries together.
Yeah.
That's
more.
That's impressive. That's impressive. So Spannabis brings definitely a lot more, as a whole.
Well, and it brings money into the economy in Barcelona. I think that the people here, they're not out to hurt people. They're not out to rip people off. They're not out to do bad things. For the most part, they're really good people.
And the most important thing for the government to understand is that, because I come from a regulatory standpoint, so I like to put it in, it's that without the clubs, without the social club system, even if you put it into pharmacies, you're going to encourage and increase the illicit market, which will encourage more problems in the end. So the best thing to do is to license, legitimize, and regulate more clubs. Simply. I think that's the best thing that they could do here in Spain. Personally. I mean, everywhere. France also, most of the European countries. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll do this again this week.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to get busy, so.
I'm here with Lance from Grove. How are you doing today, Lance?
I am doing well, buddy. It's always good to see you around the world, as always.
Absolutely. It's always good to see you. We bump into each other everywhere.
Exactly.
We're going to be bumping into each other more this year at several events, including Germany. But we are here for the last Spannabis today, and it's the Puff Puff Primordial, right?
It is, yeah. Puff Puff International Primordial. So it's kind of the whole start of it. This is the birthing of the start of Spannabis. As you know, we've been doing this for years, man.
Forever, yeah.
And it works up, and it only gets better day after day after day. So we figured we'd be a part of the Big Bang before the official start tomorrow on Friday.
Really cool. And you guys have some amazing food. There's a lot of amazing guests at this event. You know, I'm really looking forward to Spannabis this year. It's, you know, they're saying it's the last Spannabis. How do you feel about that?
Dude, it's bittersweet because this is my 8th year, I want to say, sans COVID. So doing it for a decade. You know, Spannabis is a part of Barcelona. Like you and I both know, like we come out being California kids, we're used to this weather, we're used to this vibe, but to experience it in the other side of the world is always special. Totally. And so the fact that they're saying they're going to take it to Bilbao, which I get, they've been talking about destroying the fairgrounds for years.
Yeah.
So you're taking it to Bilbao, but it doesn't have the same energy as Barcelona. They don't have the clubs, maybe a couple clubs versus 200 or 300.
Well, they're saying they're taking it to Bilbao, but they've been doing it in Bilbao.
They did last year. They did it in Bilbao.
They've been doing it in Bilbao for a long time, right? Yeah. I think on and off.
Yes, on and off. And they did bring it back last year. Because before they did Madrid and that kind of...
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I have bittersweet feelings. I mean, it's like I've loved Spannabis. This is my single favorite event to go to every year.
Ditto.
I have friends that I only see at Spannabis, and I hope I'll see them at Mary Jane as well. But it's like such an amazing event, right? Like, I mean, one of the best interviews I ever did was at Barcelona with you at Spannabis.
You and I both, man.
Yeah, we had an amazing interview that no one will ever get to hear.
I know. They'll get to see. They could see it, but they'd never hear it.
Right. They didn't record the sound, but that's okay. You know, I mean,
exactly.
We're still here. We're still doing it. I love it. You know,
definitely,
I'm excited for the next 3 days. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm too, man. And talking to some friends that are local coffee shop owners, Stefan from Pretty Me, shout out, Lorenzo from Terps Army, Screech from Dank of England. They're all talking about getting together as the coffee shops and doing a weed week out here next year regardless.
They should.
And I have a feeling guys like you and I will still roll up for that because to be able to do all this and not have to go work a fair for 3 days sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds a little more intimate. It's like when the big band goes and plays all the small clubs. I love that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. That's exactly it. I think it'll be dope. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to hanging with you this week.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the time.
Yep, you got it, man.
I'm here with Sebastian from 420 Fast Buds. So how are you feeling about this being the last Spannabis?
It's not the last Spannabis, just the last Spannabis in Barcelona.
Well, maybe not, who knows, but last in La Fira for sure, because they're tearing it down, right? So
exactly, they're tearing down the whole fairground, which is sad because I feel like this pyramid, maybe it's not the most modern anymore, and people need something more modern, but it's iconic.
There's people with tattoos of the pyramid on their backs. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it's really, it's an amazing event place. It's as far as an event center, someplace where we've been going for a long time to these events. I love the venue, right? And every year I love the fact that you can go to the same place and find the same people, right?
Yeah.
Greenhouse is in the same place.
Yeah.
most people are in the same place they've been for a long time, right?
Always 196. You come in first booth on the left. You know, that's just. Yeah, so let's put it this way. I don't want to be one of those people who are like, oh, the end of an era. It is the end of an era. But is there something new coming? Of course there's something new coming. Is Spannabis Bilbao, which is going to be
They've
17th,
been doing it in Bilbao, though, every year, too.
But it's 17th, 18th, and 19th of April.
Yeah.
So we have to check it out. And I need to throw a 420 event the next day. So after everything is over, of course, somebody needs to do it. And if not me, who can do it?
Absolutely.
But I go without any, let's check it out.
Right.
Is it going to replace Spannabis? It can't. It can't replace here. It's 20 years of coming. It's a huge scene here. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And I give Bilbao the chance, but it won't have the infrastructure to hold 50,000 people, you know, like that, not to host them and stuff like that.
Well, so. Germany, they're expecting 100,000 people in Germany this year. It's going to be crazy.
Let's see. Last year was cool cool, but a nightmare. The organization of the fair was a nightmare. There was trash everywhere, like nothing was working. This year they're organizing it double the size, so I'm sure they're prepared. Everybody learns from their mistakes, And I am excited for this very much. And I think that eventually Berlin is going to take the place of Spannabis in Europe. And we will have events like Spannabis Bilbao, which will be amazing, but it won't be...
It won't be as impactful as Spannabis Barcelona, but it still will have impact, right? There's still people I know that go to Bilbao every year, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for the next 3 days. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really busy. But yeah, I love this. This is, you know, we're in our element here, you know? This is what we love. This is what we do. So
I come home at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and I get up, or I leave the house before 10. This is day after day after day after day. Your body sometimes just screams rest when you come home, but you always want more. Or can I maybe add one more club? Right. Just one more dab? Can I do this more? As you say, we're just fully in our element. That's what we live for. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild. Man, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for everything, man. Always. Thank you so much. And you know what I always have to say at the end, no?
Oh, yeah.
You have to remember that it's 4:20 somewhere.
How's it going, everybody? I'm here with Dan Harrer. How you doing today?
Brother, I'm doing very well.
Dude, thank you so much for giving me some time, carrying the legacy on of the late Jack.
Yeah.
That's impacted so many of us on so many levels, right? And
it's true. That's like every time we're here in Spain and I see the things that he helped to start and inspire here, just as he did in the U.S. And it's so I get to feel his energy everywhere I go.
Yeah, I mean, his legacy lives on. His impact was so great; it's felt everywhere all the time.
You?
Yeah,
the legacy. By the way, is not me. The legacy is this.
It's all of us.
It's this. You know, I'm Jack's son, but this is the legacy.
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
it's so much greater. I mean, it's like the Grateful Dead, how they've impacted our whole industry, and Jack is on that same level. I feel.
I think from the cannabis, standpoint, he's one of the very few people I think that has truly changed the world by, being as passionate and outspoken and unrelenting and
authentic
and unapologetic.
And unapologetic.
Yeah.
Yep. So tell me about everything that you're doing. I heard you're doing all kinds of wild stuff.
Well, we're looking to bust into the European market in multiple ways. Obviously, cannabis is a tough, development right now, but the Jack brand is more than just what people look at as genetic.
Right.
Everything from clothing to wine.
Wow.
To
you got your own wine. Yeah.
So we have a Jack Harrer wine.
Nice.
It's a German wine made from a Dutch company. It's an alcohol wine with Jack Harrer terpenes.
Yeah.
With our partnered terpene company, Abstracts Tech.
Oh, I know Abstracts Tech very well. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then we're also partnering here with a brewery called Gross.
Nice.
And Gross Beer is doing a Jack Harrer beer, which will be launching next month.
So you guys putting Jack Terps in the beer and Jack Terps in the wine?
Yep.
That's amazing.
And, we wanted to create something that was truly shareable. Like people would want to sit down and have the beer with their food and sit down with a mate or a date and truly enjoy a glass of wine. So if it's not something that you want to sit down and share, we weren't interested in making a novelty product. We wanted to make something that really did more than collect dust on a mantle somewhere.
Totally understandable. Totally understand. I feel the same way. I mean, I think that authenticity resonates so heavily within our community, especially. It's just so important to have something that we all enjoy that you can give to somebody and they want to use. I mean, cannabis is supposed to be used fresh, right? Hash you can smoke years later. It's still good. Flower, on the other hand, does not smoke good years later, typically. Yeah.
But there's some people that have figured out how to store it well.
Yeah. I mean, I can preserve it for months, not years, right?
That's true.
But who knows? I think that depending on what you like, I think the terpenes change over time. Frenchy Cannoli always talked about how terpenes change over time, within the hash. So
he was a smart man.
He was a smart man. Another guy that just really contributed heavily to the community around us.
An entire level of culture within cannabis.
Yeah.
Like the hash culture, the hash world benefited by his absolute dedication to just
His devotion. Yeah. And same thing with Jack. It's like these people are so devotional. These are the guys that I look up to, right?
every day.
Yeah, you too. I think you're doing some great things.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I think being the second generation and being the legacy, I think you're doing a great job. And I feel like expanding into these other markets where you can introduce terpenes into alcoholic beverages is amazing. I love it. You know, being a chef and having a background in culinary arts, I have a lot of respect for people that are trying to branch off and to do things that aren't being done, right? Anybody can copy somebody else, but to pave the way and try to go into other stuff, not knowing if it's going to work, but having a gut feeling, it's that devotional quality, you know, that makes the world great.
I agree, and you know, I'm expecting pushback.
Yeah,
you know,
you're going to get pushback, but fuck them.
But the reality is if something's good, then it's good. If if
Right.
it's good food, it's good food. If it's good wine, it's good wine. If it's good beer, same. You know,
Absolutely.
I don't segment between alcohol and cannabis. I mean, if you go to most any cannabis events, there is alcohol and cannabis.
Right.
It's only the government that tries to keep everything separate.
Yeah.
You know, but we know what brings people together.
Yeah.
And this plant and this community is perfect for pairing a wine with a hash or a dab or a joint, and then being able to experience a plethora of taste.
Well, it's experiences, right? At the end of the day, these are experiences, and when you can give somebody an experience that they wouldn't otherwise get from somewhere else, you're onto something. That's how I feel about it.
So I'm hoping that we're going to be there for the long run, and that people will give it an opportunity, because it is different when you get the notes of cannabis in your wine. So it kind of messes with you for a second.
Sure.
But you give it a chance, you taste it, and you realize that I could fuck with this.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's amazing. So Lagunitas, I used to work for Lagunitas, right? I was a chef for Lagunitas. I did music festival. They had a beer festival, music festival. They combined it, called the Beer Circus. Anyway, Lagunitas had a terpene beer. They were the first ones, I believe. They worked with Absolute Extracts, not Absolute Tech, but Absolute Extracts, and they released it, and they got letters from the DEA, cease and desist, and all this stuff. But it was amazing stuff.
Yeah. Well, we did a beer collaboration with Sweetwater Brewing in 2020.
Oh wow!
They produced 10,000 cases of Jack terpene beer. They sold it in about 30 days.
Right.
And then they were bought by a Canadian company, and the Canadian company cut off all of the cannabis branded or licensed beers.
Yeah.
On the flip side, the beer was delicious. I wish they would bring it back. But moving forward, here we are in Barcelona. We're working with a great brewery grows beer. And I look forward to coming back here next month and launching.
You know what I'm really looking forward to in the weed world is people crossing Jack Herrera again, bringing back some of those old Jack crosses, the Jack Flash, the Jack Frost. The Jack Herrera is still out there. There's versions of it out there that are good, really good. But back in the 90s and early 2000s, there was a lot of variation with Jack, right? There was so many people breeding with it.
Yeah.
You were getting all kinds of cool stuff. And I would love if the world came back with the Jack.
Yeah, well, we do our own crosses, but we're really focusing on new standalone genetics that are specific to our brand.
Yeah.
And we're really hoping that expanding the options for Jack pre-rolls, infused pre-rolls, the multiple different flavors and products that we have through the flower side of things, right? That people will understand that the brand is more than just the single genetic.
Well, and it almost has to be, because the thing with Jack is it's so dominant. When you cross it to other stuff, a lot of times you get Jack.
Yeah,
right.
Everything becomes Jack adjacent.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, that's Jackie. That's and we want people to enjoy Jack. Right. And some of the crosses, but we also want people to just enjoy cannabis. For sure. And something unique. And hopefully they can find that with some of the things that we're developing with the brand.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are interested in phenos and pheno hunting, we're doing that all the time. So I'd love to have you up at the facility. Come by, check out the stuff, do a tasting. You can sit down, have a lot of fun.
We can do a pairing.
I would love that. Actually, I'm doing a new food show where we're doing weed and food pairings. Right. So I'd love to have you on and feature.
Let me know. We'll send a case.
Dude, we'll do it. I'm down. I'm super down. Thank you so much for your time today.
Many blessings, brother.
For sure.
what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy J Rocker. We out here at the Calabash 2025, Barcelona, Spain. You already know what it is. We out here celebrating hashish, cannabis sativa in the name of the late great Frenchie Cannoli. So give thanks, yo, for Frenchie and all the teachings passed on to the hashishans worldwide. So we out here united in the name of a legend, and we're having a great time breaking bread, checking out terps from all over the world international. We got 20 different countries in the house with us tonight. So people brought out terps from Canada, from the States, all across Europe, Africa, and elsewhere. So it's a beautiful thing. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for showing love.
I'm here at the Calabash. We're in Barcelona. I'm here with the Cannabis brothers. You guys just flew in. How you guys doing today?
Oh, fucking better now that we just got here.
Hell
because
yeah.
I need a fucking dab, dog. That the plane ride was rough.
I bet.
But we're here, and it's our first time, and we're fucking excited.
Yeah, man. This is great that you guys finally made it. Last time, the only thing that showed up were the seeds.
Yeah, we're the seeds.
Seeds and a little hash.
This time we brought some seeds, and we got some special shit. We brought some El Cucuy for Spannabis.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a really amazing event. They say it's the last one in Barcelona.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about that?
I'm glad we made it because it's our first time here. At least we made this last one. It's going to be epic, especially for me and my bro. It's going to be really epic for our friends, the brand.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I'm excited, man.
Well, you guys just blew up again. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the first time. This is the second time. You know?
Back. Yeah, it's good to be back with all our original friends, James.
Oh, totally, bro.
You know what I mean?
Olympics, dude, was really amazing. Like,
my God.
Your booth was crazy. Like, literally every time I walk by, there's a line at your booth for people trying to get flowered.
It was dope.
Wild.
It was dope.
Yeah. Every year I host a dinner at my favorite restaurant in Barcelona, El Passadís del Pep. It's always great to share an incredible meal with my closest friends.
Barcelona. Yes.
I love Barcelona. It's amazing. Day one, Spannabis 2025. We're here at the greenhouse booth, 56. Man, it's bittersweet. They're saying it's the last Spannabis. I'm hoping that's not the case, but you know, it's amazing. It's been raining. I wasn't sure how the attendance was gonna be, and we've got people coming in droves. Lots of happy people, lots of excited people. You know, it's pretty wild. The energy here is alive. We got everybody from the States is coming here that hasn't been a Spannabis before. I'm blown away by how many people are here. You know, come check it out. legendary Adam Ill. How you doing, Adam?
I'm great, man. Staying high in Barcelona, smoking weed, chilling out.
We've been coming to events for a long time. I've been seeing you at High Times Cannabis Cup 2012, the old school High Times Cannabis, the very first American Cups.
Yeah.
You were at all of those.
No, they were good times. It was a different time than what it is right now. There was a lot more taboo back then. And a little bit more like, still secretive, but it's so good to be in an international city where I'm smoking weed from like Switzerland and Finland and Germany and Spain, like all sorts of different countries.
Oh no, Morocco. I had some stuff from Iran. The guy from Iran. There's a breeder from Iran here too, and it's like,
that's wild.
That guy has balls, dude. To be able to pull that kind of stuff off, that's very impressive,
But we've been doing this for a minute. It's good to see you still out here making it happen, and just love to see the evolution of cannabis in the whole event space.
Fighting the good fight, dude. Yeah.
Doing it, just making it normal, just normalizing it, changing the tone.
That's what needs to happen, bro. So thank you so much for coming on.
What? Smoke more weed. And shout out to all the growers too. Please keep growing great weed so we can smoke it.
I'm here at Spannabis 2025 with Rob from
Pacific Rim Fusion.
He's been from a lot of things over the years. We go way back. We go back to before cookies was even cookies.
Absolutely. Yeah. Put it on the map. We're out here at Spannabis 2025. Feels like California 2015. Fucking loving it out here, man. The vibe's great.
So is this your first Spannabis?
This is my very first Spannabis. Took me a long time to get out here. We were supposed to come out here in 2019, then COVID hit and ruined the whole thing, and so put a little damper, but I made sure to make it out here. Thank God I did, since it's the last one in Barcelona.
Yeah, no, it's bittersweet.
It is.
Tell me some of the highlights of your trip.
Man, being in the industry as long as you and I have, we've seen this, but we haven't seen it in a long time, right? This feels like California 2015 to me. Which is very
honestly, this feels like 2010. It's always had that early High Times vibe where we had these cups, and it was it's nostalgic for me because everyone was so passionate about weed. They weren't bitter about the industry yet. They weren't jaded. These people walking around here love weed.
Sure.
They love everything about the plant. They get excited about edibles still. They get excited about brownies, the hash.
They love the hash.
Not even good hash. They just get excited about hash, dude. Like it's an incredible.
It's still about the love of the plant.
It is.
It hasn't been ruined yet by
big business or corporations or just the evolution of where it's going to go to legalize it.
Sure. The people that don't make it, the big guys kind of start taking over. The little guys fall to the wayside, and But out here, the vibe's big. It's strong. I love it. I can't believe it took me this long to get here.
I can't believe it took you this long either. Glad you're here though, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So tell me about your new venture.
Okay, so I recently joined a company called Pacific Rim Fusion. About 8 months ago, they brought me on as a consultant to help them kind of build out the user interface, their new platform, and then both of us kind of gained more and more interest in the other person or the other group. And long story short, we're a few weeks away from launch, and it's essentially kind of a B2B weed maps or a eBay for cannabis and hemp CBD, and it's worldwide, right? So North America, Western Europe, Southeast Asia, South America, any hemp producing country. Businesses can get online, kind of post like an eBay type listing for bulk product. So whether that's seeds, whether that's hemp, whether that's biomass, isolate, flower, or whatever, it's an international marketplace for people to communicate with each other. And then in regulated areas, say like within the States, regulated companies can meet each other on there as well.
Really cool.
Yeah, nifty little idea. It's pretty novel.
Dude, thank you so much for your time, dude. I look forward to having you on the podcast again.
Yeah, I would love that, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, James.
I'm here with Dave C. from the Adam Dunn Show. How are you doing? How's your Spannabis going? You loving it?
I'm loving it. It's a great event. I'm a little sad that it's the last one in Barcelona. We'll see how Bilbao goes next year.
Yeah.
It might not have the infrastructure yet, but they have a year to prepare for us.
Absolutely. We'll see how it goes. What are some of the highlights of your trip?
I love catching up with old friends that don't come over to the States for the U.S. Canna events. I was hoping there would be more technology here, to sort of focus on the European market, but this is a breeder-heavy event.
It is.
Real breeder-heavy event.
I don't know about a seed producer, maybe. There's a handful of breeders and a lot of people making seeds these days.
There are chuckers out here, yes. They are just throwing anything forward, but there are a lot of people selling genetics. How about that?
There's a shit ton of seeds in the building. That is for sure.
Had a great time here. I'm looking forward to next year. I'd like to see more of Spain.
I'd like to see more of you. You got to come out to the podcast. I need a host. a co-host.
Are you trying to recruit
Adam,
me on camera?
Adam, I'm recruiting him on camera. I just offered Dave double the salary.
Double. Holy shit.
So it's double times zero.
Wait,
is
why
zero.
don't you go 4 times?
Yeah. Okay, 4 times.
Okay.
Zero
done.
zero times 4 is still 0.
You know,
Adam, step your game up.
I might. Well, maybe he'll sign a big contract, write it for me, and
I would love it. Yeah, I mean,
you know,
you're a great co-host, Adam. Big shout out to you. If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I still remember scooping out several $100s of rosin from your jar.
Absolutely,
at
I
the
still
Emerald
remember
Cup
it too.
or wherever it was. Yeah, thank you.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for your time.
You got it.
Making loud noise and smoking loud weed on the James Loud podcast in Barcelona, España. At the Spanish, baby, take a look around. It is a beautiful day to smoke weed. It's a beautiful day to buy seeds. It's a beautiful day to be alive and to be involved. Enjoy yourself.
We are on location with Mendo D0pe. Could it get any louder in here? How you guys doing today?
Oh man, we're doing so good right now. This is epic to be out here. Yes, super fun time. We are stoned.
Absolutely. This is the place to do it. The smoke is in the air. It's 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. I'm loving it. It's still packed. This place is packed. And
doesn't seem
you
like
rolled
six.
it up.
Yeah, we got some CBDs rolled up in the blunt because we've been smoking so much good stuff while we've been out here that we haven't smoked any CBDs yet.
This is the best. So this is Flow Gardens. Flow Garden won CBD at Spannabis, 3rd place last night.
Boom, 3rd place. That's even more, such a big treat for us to be able to enjoy some of the top contenders.
Literally
flowers.
top tier CBD flower. Dude,
I wonder what the first place looked like because I'm impressed on this one.
Yeah, me too. Maybe it's rigged though. You never know.
Nah, you never know.
It's always rigged. It's always rigged. So how's Spannabis treating you? You guys first year out here?
Yeah, this is our first time out in Europe, first time at Spannabis, and it's been like amazing. So just crazy all around, from the views of everything, the food, the people. Being out here at Spannabis to enjoy it in Barcelona before it changes makes it so special to us.
You guys are out here performing too. You're a hash Calabash. I missed you guys. Like we must have left right before you guys came up.
Yeah, I saw a picture this morning. I was like, you were there on the couch where we were.
Yeah,
What the heck? I didn't know you were there.
No, that event was great.
Yeah, it was a cool little event.
Yeah, so being able to perform out here on the main stage, totally unexpected. Snuck on there and got to do 2 songs, which one of them was a dedication to Frenchie Cannoli. It's coming up on our new album. It's called Ooh La La, and it was just so awesome to see the whole crowd vibing with us. Like, perfect timing.
Dude, it's such a good crowd here. The people are so passionate. I mean, not just the Spanish people, everyone from all around the world. Everyone is loving it.
Everyone.
It's just good vibes, right?
Pure vibes.
Good vibes, good weed. And there's really good weed. So when I first came to my first Spannabis, the weed sucked. There was like, Don and Aaron had good weed. There was a handful of people with really good
How long ago
weed.
was that?
2012, 2013.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was my first year.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And so I've been to a lot of Spannabis. I love this event.
Major evolution.
Dude, and the extract game out here, dude, like, it's pretty ridiculous.
I bet.
Dude, the Skittles rosin out here has been next level. Dude. Like,
Oh, really?
like wild, yeah.
Yeah, so with the water and the climate that different regions have in the world, it's so cool to see strains that we've kind of got to know especially in Cali or even in our own county of Mendocino or the Bay Area grown, and then to see some of this grown in Spain and see what terps it kind of expressions brings out from this climate and this. I think the water has a lot to do besides just climate these days.
Oh yeah,
the water that you're feeding, it can change the flavor also and bring in the vibe from wherever your region is.
Well, most of us have such chemically treated water in California.
Yes, that's
especially,
very true. So places like this make sense. It should be, and the hash makes sense because once you're using a lot more water and you're cleaning it, yeah, it's very awesome, very delicious.
How is that?
Delicious. That's like super bomb. It's so smooth too. It's like just on the inhale, exhale, nothing but just smoothness. I can feel it's like insta calming, almost relaxing me already. Yeah, I love it. It's nice.
19% CBD. It's got to have like 4% terps. Dude, that stuff is wild.
It's tasty. It looks nice. It smokes.
It does not
nice.
look like CBD. It looks like THC.
I know, for sure. Yeah.
But you can smoke that whole thing down and you're just going to be relaxed. You'll feel the tobacco more than you'll feel the weed.
Yep, for sure. So how's it been for you out here though, Spannabis? Because you've been rocking at this.
I love this event. I love the people here. I love everything about it. Like we got a lot of people that watch the podcast from all over the world. They've come up and wanted to take photos and want to hang out and smoke. I got a lot of gifts from people. It was really cool. So when I was younger, I won a cup in 2012 in Amsterdam, and I saw people come up to Soma and gift him stuff. There was guys crying when they gave Soma stuff, like literally crying when they were giving Soma stuff. And I was like, that's pretty cool, you know? And to just get a lot of, getting positive feedback from fans. We have a lot of good people out there, and I feel like my podcast isn't really just me, it's about the guest, right? So it's just great acknowledgement when it's like they're telling me I'm doing something good.
For sure, yeah. No, I can totally dig that. It's been so cool to be like this far from home, for our first trip out to Europe, out to Spain, and like to see like how much love and from people from all over the place coming up to say what's up and how long they've been following us for the past 10 years. And
you guys are crushing, dude. I mean, you guys have been doing it a long time.
A long time, and it's so dope how so many people have been like real hardcore supporters of us from the beginning and still here with us.
Well, and there's an evolution of what you guys did. That's spread out across the globe. There's all kinds of stuff. Dude.
Yeah,
it's amazing when you throw a pebble in a pond and create those waves, dude, and how they fucking just take their own shape, right? I mean, in a sense, we're all an evolution from the Grateful Dead here, right? And then you guys evolved from the Grateful Dead to you guys into all these other little projects that people have done and bands. And I mean, it's just, it's a vibe, right?
It is. It's a total vibe, and we love it. This is the cannabis culture. This is what we represent and support. And fuck James Loud, man. He's our homie right here. Real deal. Serious, like real deal breeder, passionate about this culture, someone who really knows what's up, and like this is the kind of people that we need on the front line, standing our ground with real ganja soldiers out here.
And we're doing it together.
Yes.
We're about the community.
Community,
right?
yep, all about
all of us.
Yeah,
right?
We're all stronger together, our roots combined, and we're building an unbreakable foundation out here.
Right. Well, and so many of us see ourselves as individuals, but I love looking at the community as one,
We're working it, we're trying to just master our craft, go out there and spread this culture and just have fun with it too, The game is hard right now. There's a lot of people getting taken out of the game and big corporations coming in, but with people like James Loud, people like us, and these other companies that are holding it down for real, like this culture will prevail.
It will prevail, and it's through the collaboration model, right? Through the collaboration model, we can all work together, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a worldwide collaboration now. Is what's really cool. Seeing this really opens my eyes to what's been happening and what we're seeing happening in this moment too. It's just like a lot of really cool worldwide possibilities for us to come together, not just as a community or a county or a state or a country, but a world now. It's great.
Right.
We're taking it back over because we're still blown away that they took it from us all these years ago. How did the world go hate the plant all at once? It's such a money-driven scandal, and now we're turning the tables finally.
Right, and we're talking about a plant that for thousands and thousands of years we used it as medicine, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's gone. Right, and then the people forget, right? They forget, right?
It's easy to forget.
They weren't raised with it, so they're like, "Oh, it must be bad." We're told it's bad, right?
The stigma of it stays with people way longer than I somehow understand. I don't understand.
Still, there's that stigma, right?
Stigma's still there with
people.
Slowly
Slowly but surely, because people our age, right?
The next generation has changed. After our kids, it's over.
Well, we got stoners like us smoking hard, and people seeing it, and we're productive people.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, productive Americans. We're doing our job.
Yes. We smoke tough, but we get the job done for sure.
Right. That's right. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time, man. I really
of course.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having us. Shout out to James Loud. Shout out to everybody out there.
Shout out to Mendo D0pe, dude. You guys killing it.
Caca! Much love, everybody.
I'm at Spannabis 2025 with Erich from Flow Gardens. He just won 3rd place last night for CBD. How you doing, Erich?
I'm doing good, James. Thanks for having me out, man.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations on the big win. I think it's a big deal going home with hardware. For those of you guys that don't know, it's a big deal. Spannabis is one of the biggest festivals in the world, and to go home with hardware your first time is a big deal.
It is. It's actually a dream of mine. Very
proud. Dream of mine, and it's never happened. So good job, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I won High Times Cannabis Cups. I won other stuff, and this is the last one, so I won't be getting a Spannabis piece of hardware in my life, from at least unless they have another one.
Right. Well, I entered your flower hoping that would win. I didn't take the place, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, indica is a tough category, right? Like, there's a lot of good flower coming in for the entry, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, THCA, you guys are crushing the THCA.
Yeah.
So I was just smoking your flower with Mendo D0pe, the applesauce, the freaking high level that's high CBD. I was taking big hits out of a blunt. And the funny thing is, I felt the tobacco more than I felt the weed, in a good way. And like, you can smoke a whole big freaking joint of it and you just feel amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
But it satiates you in the same way that, like, well, not in the same way a non-alcoholic beer does, but like it satiates you in a way where if you like smoking but you don't want the effect, you don't want tight eyes,
right,
you don't want to be tired, it's a great alternative.
Right, yeah. It gives you a good head change and it lasts for like 30 minutes, you know.
Right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Of course. Thanks for having me, dude.
Bye. How's it going, everybody? Day 3. I'm here with Kelly from Dragonfly Earth's Medicine. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome. It's super nice to see you today, James.
Absolutely. It's been a year since we saw each other.
It has.
We had a great debate last year. It was amazing. I love when people can talk about stuff openly and debate stuff and just, you know, and have a difference of opinion sometimes, but still be able to talk about it in a nice, sensible way. You know?
Yeah, well, I feel like if there's respect for one another and there's true respect for the plant, then it's really easy to find that common ground.
I agree. And I think at the end of the day, we're all here because of a plant, right? Something that changes the world, something that makes the world a better place, something that makes us smile when we talk about it.
Absolutely. And you really can feel that energy and vibration here. Mm-hmm. You know, the people that you meet from all over the world, multiple different languages, all different kinds of strains. And really, the vibration is super high because cannabis just keeps us at that high vibration.
Absolutely. So what are some of the highlights of your trip so far?
Gosh. We did a whole bunch of club reviews this year. Yep. And that was really fun. At the beginning, we just thought, we'll just sort of mess around. And now it turns out that not a lot of people have done club reviews. So yeah. I felt like so welcome and like family at every single club that we went into, and to review them and really highlight them and put them out into the world. It felt really good. So I'd say that was one of my highlights.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's they're saying it's the last year. I mean, that's kind of sad if it's going to be the last year, but everything evolves, right? So it's never the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's Berlin, there's other things. I love this city, though. This city is so special.
This city is really special, especially to walk around at night. And I think a lot of our events are late night, so there's that quiet time where nobody's out in the streets and you can really feel like the ancient city. And I know that a lot of the other cannabis people are walking around because we see them late at night too, and that's pretty magical here.
Yeah, it really is. And there's so much energy and so much history here, and it's like from one place in one area to the next, there's different energies. You know, the Gothic Quarter has its own like strange energy. Like it can be kind of dark.
It can
places.
be.
You know, you look at some of the architecture and it's kind of dark. Some of it, and then you know you go into the Bourne and it's I love Bourne. It's amazing.
Yeah, the Bourne district is one of my favorites as well. And then, you know, you add a little bit of microdosing or even some macrodosing to that, and things are really
alive,
interesting,
right?
and it comes alive in a whole different way.
Yeah, Montserrat. If you guys haven't been to Montserrat,
we have.
It's so amazing.
Wild.
Right? I love the energy there is so next level.
So next level.
Yeah, I mean, there's like energy swirling out there. Unless you see it, you would never understand what I'm talking about, or maybe you would. You would.
It's wild.
But yeah, I love Montserrat.
Yeah, I do too. And to really see that Madonna and then how it's recreated with, you know, the baby Jesus or whatever that vision is. Yeah. And the fact that it's in there, the mystery is really elusive and beautiful.
Well, it's amazing that they hiked up into the mountains and carved this out of the mountainside.
Or did they?
Or did they?
Or did they? There's so many big questions here, you know. I'm really, really, more than anything, I walk around this city and I question our history. in like, wait a minute, that doesn't really make sense. And maybe this doesn't make sense, but that's the mystery and the beauty of it all.
Absolutely. Well, are you going to be in Germany?
Going to be in Germany for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be there for probably ICBC as well as Mary Jane, and maybe even having a little bit of a base there for a while.
Wow. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. I've never been to Berlin. I missed last year, but I can't wait to go this year.
Yeah, so we'll see you there.
For sure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, James, for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you're coming on the podcast in the near future.
I'm coming.
Everybody, she's on the podcast in the near future. She said it here first.
I'm coming. Yes. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, James.
I'm here with Aladdin, Khalifa Genetics, Spannabis 2025. How you doing today?
I'm very good, James.
Dude.
And how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing really good, man. It's really great having you on the show. We need to do a real podcast. I'd love to have you in California.
Absolutely. It'd be an honor.
Yeah.
And a pleasure.
So you are the exclusive guy with the books in Europe. If you need the breeding book, you're the guy to see. You can get it on khalifagenetics.com.
That's what I heard, yeah. Apparently we're the only ones in Europe, so that's great.
And you guys have been selling through books, which is great.
Well, yeah.
It's great for me. It's great for you. It's great for the community.
And the feedback on those books is great.
Thank you.
A lot of people that order from Germany mostly.
Yeah.
And some people from France as well and Spain, and the feedback is great. Great.
Yeah, I mean, you contributed to the book as well.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's all a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
Together made the book what it is, right?
Well, yeah.
Without those components, the book wouldn't be what it was.
Well, I was very surprised by the quality of the info that's in it. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of scientific terms, and it goes really, really in depth into those things. You know, there's a lot of details, and there's so many pictures, and like you said, there's so many people that contributed to it too.
Right. Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing when we can collaborate on these levels. I mean, collaborating on genetics, we're doing some big collaborations coming up.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and it's like, I want to collaborate with everybody. I love being able to collaborate and work together with good people that are like-minded, sharing genetics, and we all have our own styles, right? And that's the beauty of this whole thing is like, I can use my style for genetics, you can use yours, and together we can collaborate and create a whole new thing.
Well, yeah, because we all have different tastes and different ways of selecting, of cultivating everything. So totally different, but like once you combine those two different things, you can get something very surprising.
Right. Quality is so subjective. People think, oh no, quality is quality. Quality to you and quality to me, especially at that level, there's like these nuances. Yeah. And that's what I love about it. Especially some of these breeders. Some guys are very outside the box. Some guys are very straightforward. They just do the same thing over like everybody else.
Yeah.
I like the innovative outside the box guys.
Well, like you said, it's like, well, it started, with like only THC and stuff like that, and everybody was into THC, and now there's a lot more people looking for different things, nuances, secondary cannabinoids, rare terps. So now the market is evolving, maturing, and it's way better. So I like it that way.
Me too. I can't wait to see where this goes in a couple of years. How do you feel about it being the last Spannabis?
This one, the last one, I didn't even know it was going to be the last one till 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's a little bit disappointing, and I don't know the reason why it's the last one, honestly.
They're tearing this whole building down.
Yeah, but...
And so they're going to move it to... They say they're moving it to Bilbao, but Bilbao's not the same as Barcelona. It's a different vibe, and I think that's great, but I heard they're also going to be doing it on 420 weekend next year.
Okay.
So that's going to be really tough for me to go to, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Yeah, and it's not as international as it is here.
No.
It's harder to fly there.
Right.
So yeah, everything is a little bit more complicated. So yeah, I'm surprised they weren't able to find another venue here in Barcelona in the area.
This is my single favorite event of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I love Barcelona. Mary Jane, we're going this year. That'll be great too.
But yeah, and I watch your podcast and you talk about Spannabis so often on there. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I have so many good memories hanging out with people like yourself. It's like I have so many friends, and the only time I see a lot of them is here.
Yeah, likewise, man. Yeah. Very special. The weather is great. It's not that great over there.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
So what kind of new projects are you working on?
So we're working on a special project with the Frosty's Purple Freak, which is a mutant.
Yeah.
Which is also purple, very terpy as well.
Yeah.
And you gifted us some seeds last year.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to create an auto version of it with one of your best autos. So
nice.
It's a very ambitious project. It's very, very hard. It takes a lot of plants, a lot of, you need to hunt a lot in order to recombine those highly recessive traits.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating. So whether or not it works, we'll see. But it's very interesting to be doing that.
I believe it'll work. It's just about how long it takes.
I think it's a numbers game. But yeah, you're right. We'll see, man.
Statistically, it's possible, right? So statistically, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Yeah. Time and energy.
Time and energy, yeah, patience. But like when you're a breeder, you know that. So,
right. Well, yeah, it's the long game.
Oh yeah.
You feel we'd be growing flower if we didn't want to do seeds. For the short game, right?
And I would like to ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
How long have you been a breeder for? Before, like you were a grower at first. And,
I was a
and when
grower.
did you
I
start
grew.
breeding?
I started in closets, right? Closet growing
yeah.
and then breeding. We started early 2000s playing around with it. I was a really bad breeder in the beginning. I just, it was like put some pollen on here, a pheno. But the thing is anybody could make seeds in the whole world, right? Yes. Anybody who can get a male plant, take that pollen, put it on a female plant, can make seeds, right? The magic from breeding actually comes in the selection process. It's like you're talking about double recessive traits and stuff like that you're working with. That's real breeding. I mean, it's in the selection process, finding those new phenos to actually breed with, to share with the world. Yeah, you make seeds, you want to call yourself a breeder. I don't care. I don't really care what other people, I look at myself. But like for myself, breeding really was like, for the last 15 years, we've been doing real work. Okay. I mean, I think for the last 15 years, there's some guys that have been doing it a lot longer. Yeah. But I think it's a passion-driven industry. Anybody that wants to breed can breed. You just have to understand that the selection process is the real breeding. Seed production is seed production.
Yeah, but I have a question about that.
Sure.
So, do you think it can be a breeder from the get, or do you think it has to be a pollen sucker first, and then you start breeding after? You get the hang of hunting and all that.
I think it almost should always start as a hobby. Yeah. But I think you should learn how to grow really, 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 really well, so you can make the plant express. Because if you're not growing it well, it's hard to select your keepers. You know what I mean? Everything looks very similar, right? You're not getting the expressions of the nose. You're not getting expressions of the structure properly. And so the better you grow, the better you can do selections, the better breeder you become.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you have to have that dialed in, and then you can,
and then
move
take
on to
that
the next step.
level, right? Don't just jump in the industry and I want to be a breeder. Like, you can want to be a breeder, but learn how to set that foundation up for success.
And read the book, right?
And read the book.
Yeah, definitely.
And read the book. Yeah, it's available online too. So, but yeah, dude, thank you so much for your support.
Thanks, Billy, for your time as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. I'm very glad to see you again.
Bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm here at Spannabis with Dust.
Hello.
From Greenhouse Seeds, Strain Hunters. You are a strain hunter. And
I'm a wannabe still.
You're a good friend. You're an amazing person. Dude, you're always happy. You have this contagious happiness vibe that just spreads throughout the industry. It touches everybody.
I try to keep it smiling.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to be happy all the time. It's not me, but man, it's contagious.
You're a happy guy.
Yeah. I try to be happy, dude.
Don't be humble.
So how's your Spannabis going?
Great. It's it's a lot of meetings, a lot of people that you're gonna see probably for the last time, because who knows what's gonna be the future.
That's when you say it like that, it makes me sad.
No, there's some people from this industry in Spain, that would come only here. I don't know if they go to other places or so.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I only see at Spannabis.
Yeah, so I'm appreciating every minute. To say hello to everybody. A lot of people coming to say thank you and stuff. So it's always amazing to meet all those people watching the video. You never see them,
No.
Nice.
And you've been working in Thailand. You're doing all kinds of stuff out there. It looks pretty fun.
Man, Thailand is like a paradise now.
But that's why you're smiling all the time. It must be. Yeah, it's so good. Oh yeah, and the good weed.
Yeah, really good weed. We do really good everything R&D. We can do a lot of R&D on everything.
Take you got pheno hunting
every
and all
strains
that,
one by one, make hash from it, make rosin from it, see how many persons each. So all this is stuff we can document for the catalog, for everything. So it's great.
And you get to spend a lot of time with plants these days.
Yeah, a lot of plants.
Fantastic. So tell me about some famous, amazing moments that you've had at Spannabis.
Well, some of my best memories here was before opening the club, so maybe 2012, 2013, something like that. It was also the beginning of dabbing. So here you could really see the first really good BH shows, because in Spain it was not a big scene yet, the extractor scene.
Oh yeah.
So people from America would bring great stuff, and so it was the first times that you had those kind of terpenes that get to your mouth, because it was a fucking kick in the face.
That's how I met you guys, was over terpenes, right? With Franco.
It's just the amount of flavor, that you get from a BH dab at that moment in the history, is like, whoa. what is that, you know?
Yeah, mind-blowing.
So
too.
I still remember those days, you know, and yeah, great times, you know, and hanging out with Dunn and Aaron.
Oh yeah.
They always had really good extracts and stuff, you know, and then the Spanish people here got really good at it. So.
Oh yeah, they really did. You know, it's funny the evolution from 15 years ago in Spain to now, with extraction, with flower,
It's
with everything else. Exponential growth. And you know, people they take it real seriously here too. The guys that are really passionate about it take it super serious.
I would say that some of the best hash makers in the world are in Spain now.
Me too.
You know, like,
most of them are Italian,
including
but they're
everybody.
in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all here. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, they're all here.
And
It's
they all
kind of
got
the epicenter
inspired
for
by
Europe.
this culture, you know, by this energy that's in Spain.
Right.
In Barcelona in particular, you know, Barcelona is a different vibe.
Yeah, I've seen some amazing hash in the last couple of days, and all over the place. You know, a lot of stuff
Great
is
rosin,
like
great hash, great flowers.
Yeah, in the States we have like the papayas and the GMOs and stuff. There's a lot of diversity out here, and diversity with types of hash. A lot of people still love bubble hash. It doesn't have to be rosin.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nah, and we still have the love for the Moroccan hash too.
Oh yeah,
so.
the real tradition.
This is where Europe is really attractive, you know.
Right.
You also have like the roots.
Yeah, for sure.
You got the new school, the old school, all together.
And everything in between. Yeah.
That's all there.
Nice. So thank you so much for taking the time.
It's a pleasure, man.
For sure. I'm here, day 3, Spannabis. It is the final countdown. We have hours left of this day. It is the last Spannabis. I'm a little sad. It's bittersweet. It's amazing that we're here. It's sad that it's the last day.
Hi again, Homegrown TV coming to you from Spannabis 2025. We just picked ourselves some fresh new James Loud. We got the drips and we got the foam party, baby. So check it out, Homegrown TV, Hi Again's YouTube channel. We're gonna be growing these suckers out from seed to harvest. Oh, and Basement Grow Show, shout out to you, buddy. Couldn't make it, but he's gonna be growing them out too and wash testing these suckers. So much love, everybody. Spannabis 2025. I'm here with Aaron from DNA Genetics. How are you doing, Aaron?
Good. Last Spannabis in Barcelona. Good to see you here, you know.
Absolutely, man. The last time we saw each other was kind of a sad day. Sam the Skunk Man.
Oh yeah.
Skunk Man Sam passing.
Yeah, it was a nice memorial.
It was a really nice memorial. Really good people showing up to the memorial, and you know, his contributions to our industry were huge.
Did you sign the book that Dougie has over at his booth?
No, I need to get over there.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a booth over there. He said, "Oh, you gotta sign it." The only booth I ever went to, except for like right here.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I did not leave my booth the entire weekend. You know, I'm here solo. I got my cameraman, but I've been running the booth myself. It's been a lot of fun. We got our collaboration too. The chocolate runs I made with your chocolate.
Chocolate
we
runs,
got cuts.
yes.
We may be having cuts available to the public in the near future. We'll just have to see. Direct to consumer off our website.
Yeah, hey, keep your eyes open for those cuts. Has the show been good for you?
It's been amazing. It's been, it's amazing every time. I get to hang out with you guys. It's, we've been hanging out together for a long time. But seeing my friends, just like you guys at events, it's great bumping into good people that are out there for the right reasons, that respect the plant, that have been putting in the work. You guys put in the work before anybody else coming out of the States. You were kind of the first American seed company to really...
Almost. I mean, there's some others in front of us, we can't forget. Like, Watson was...
Dave Watson, for sure. No, I mean, there's guys coming out of the 70s and 80s, right? But as far as like modern times, West Coast genetics, bringing OG, bringing that gas to Europe, showing the world how it's done, and showing guys like me that you could do it, right?
Yeah, you could do it. Like, you just put your foot on the gas pedal.
And we got that common connection with Soma, because Soma's been part of our lives at different points in our lives, but Soma was an important, pivotal part in my life as well as yours.
Yeah, Soma's there before we started DNA.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
So tell me what's your best memory of Spannabis?
I think the best times of Spannabis are the times that I don't remember.
Nice. Yeah, there's lots of those.
You know?
Lots of those for sure.
Like we've gone out and had dinners over the years.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's just a party.
Yeah, it's one good party.
It's one good party, and you end up go from one place to another place. And, you know, I'm not from around here, so I couldn't tell you where the fuck I really went.
Yeah, I feel you. I love this. I spent a lot of time here.
The dinners here are amazing.
Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing you in Berlin or at home if you guys are coming up. We need to do another podcast. We need to smoke some more weed.
Yeah.
We need to release these clones to the public so everyone can try the cross.
It's been it's always good to see you. It's always good.
It's always good.
It's always good to smoke out with you. You know. Yeah. Well, I think we just ran into each other like at the ZA Olympics a week ago.
Oh yeah, we were literally at the ZA Olympics.
Yeah.
That was the last time we saw each other. It was the Olympics. We were both so high that, yeah, that was a good time though.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was like 2012 High Times Cannabis Cups, like that same vibe. Medical days.
Yeah.
Wild.
Shout out to James Loud in the Loud podcast. Much respect, DNA 2025.
Perfect. I am here with the man, the myth, Cannabis Chris from SF Canna, San Francisco, California, my hometown. How you doing, Chris?
I'm feeling great. I'm doing great, man. Spannabis is amazing.
Dude, so this is your first Spannabis, yes?
Very first one.
Dude, amazing. And so what do you think of Spannabis so far?
Again, I've only been here for the 2 days. I missed the first, but the 2 days I've been here, it's been fucking wild.
Yeah.
Second day was crazier than the first, and today seems to be shaping up to be an amazing day as well. You feel me?
Highlights of the trip so far?
Highlights of the trips are, well, I would have to say, I can't say too much about the party last night, but all the dope little social clubs that I've been walking into, Alma Social Club, the 420, Area 420 yesterday. What's the other one we met at?
We met, you came to the bar, right?
We came to the bar.
So that was
cool.
Paradiso. It's the number 2 bar in
Paradiso.
all of Europe. Paradiso.
Yeah, hey.
We had the back room out. We blew that thing
Secret
out.
room. You walk through the back door, through the toilet. I mean, the shit is wild out here, man.
Yeah. The speakeasy, it's like very American style speakeasy secret back room to the bar. Yeah.
It's my first time in Barcelona, period, and it reminds me a lot of, I swear I was on Market Street in Frisco a few times. I swear I was in New York a few times. It just has that vibe. And again, I'm having a great time. Smoking the best, out smoking the rest, per usual. What about you, James?
Don't get that shit confused.
Don't get the shit confused, man. Hey, if it ain't Cannabis Chris approved, keep it 100. Look for some new drops. Me and James got some fucking fire dropping, man.
Oh no, we're dropping some stuff together in a couple months here. Literally, we're dropping some fire.
Some fucking fire. Some loud fucking genetics that are coming exclusively from the man to the right. You feel me? So look for that and look for some new music. I'm dropping some new music. I am an artist. And you feel me? Again, you got this cannabis shit confused if it ain't Cannabis Chris approved, baby.
I'm here at Spannabis with Dave from Gastown. How are you doing today, Dave?
Super good, man. A little baked, but you know,
Me too.
Day 3 of Spannabis to be
Me
expected.
too. A little tired, a little baked. Had an amazing weekend. You guys had a busy booth. There was people all around your booth the whole time.
Yeah,
really
we're
fun.
Grateful to have the community. You know, this is my 8th Spannabis,
Yeah.
and I think our 4th year in the booth. So we've seen people year after year. Luckily, they come back and say hi, and it's really cool to see the familiar faces and the love year after year.
And I love the chill vibe of the greenhouse booth. You know what I mean? It's like we got Chris from Cypher, you guys and us just having a good time here with Greenhouse. And I mean, these guys are very inclusive. It's exclusive, but it's inclusive.
So grateful to be a part of this booth. These guys, year after year, treat us like family and just give us an opportunity that I'd never be able to have any other way. We're front and center, and just like you said, the vibes are super inclusive but exclusive at the same time. And all the top brands and names in the industry always come through here and say hi, Arjan and the crew. It's just a no-brainer, and just to kind of witness and be a part of that energy is a really cool vibe for sure.
Totally, it's like one big family. Dude. I love the community. I love the industry we're in, and we can be so cool with everybody else in the industry. And there's so many good people, right? Everyone's doing their own part to kind of elevate the plant.
100%, and like the good people definitely have been drawn together over the years. I see it, and then just more and more you see them kind of getting drawn together and raising each other up and lifting each other up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It is, for sure.
So tell us some of the highlights of your trip.
Highlights of my trip. Being in Barcelona, the dinners are probably the highlight of my trip here, to be honest, and obviously connecting with all the people, whether it be people who, you know, follow us and are huge supporters, or people who I look up to and get to see year after year. You know, there's all the people being from Canada, just a little brand, seeing all these big names from California that I get to connect with. I'm just super grateful to have these relationships, and it's just really cool to be able to come all the way out here, so far away from home, and build these relationships that are really cool and people that I've always looked up to.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you so much for your time, dude. I really appreciate it.
My absolute pleasure, James.
Yeah, we got to do another podcast. I got to come up to Canada. We'll see if they let me in, but yeah.
Either way, I'm down to come down and do the podcast anytime now. Definitely lots to talk about.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
My friend. Cheers.
So we're here wrapping up Spannabis 2025. I am here with the king of cannabis, Arjan Roskam, and Dust, his right-hand man, killing it over in Thailand. How are you guys doing?
I think we had an amazing, the best Spannabis ever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great.
Crazy turnout, but
Very
like
chill
crazy.
vibe.
Yeah.
Everybody came in.
Oh man, thank you guys so much for the hospitality. You know, this is the third year I've been at your booth. You guys have saved me a lot of heartache from having my own booth. It's great to be part of something much bigger than ourselves. You know, I couldn't do what I do without guys like you.
No, we're very happy to have guys like you in our booth and give people from the other side of the world an opportunity to be with us and feel the great feeling of Spain here and the cannabis world here in Europe. So thank you for coming again.
Absolutely. So tell me some of your best memories of Spannabis. There's so many.
Opening our club in 2014.
I was there. It was amazing.
It was during the Spannabis also. That was quite, I think, maybe the most amazing moment for us.
Yeah, that was special.
That was pretty epic.
That was special.
And still until now, well, last night you saw, every night the club is packed.
Every night, that's why.
Yeah, very successful, super happy with that.
Some of the best flower in the whole city. Good food. You guys have really good food there. So like if you're looking for food, you got to go check out Strain Hunters. Absolutely, Barcelona.
The burgers are.
The burgers on fire. The hash.
Yeah, the hash next level. Yeah.
New school, old school.
He does the QC on the hash. The quality control is right here.
Everything has to go through.
Yeah. You got to set it all.
QC guy.
QC guy.
Yeah. No, but we like good food. We all
love good food.
We love the terps.
We like terps.
It's all about the terps.
Terps
Look
in
here.
life.
Yeah. It's all what tastes good. Otherwise, we don't eat it.
Right.
We refuse.
Yeah, there's no point. Why? Yeah, I mean, you're the one who said it multiple times. Why would you eat shit? I'd rather not eat than eat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America especially.
One time a day you have to find a nice restaurant, or you have to cook nice in your house, or you have to eat with your friends. Only actually one time a day is enough to eat.
Right.
You can try 2 times a day if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And same with the smoke.
Yeah. Why waste your lungs and your life on something that's not amazing? Yeah. So in the final moments of Spannabis 2025, we're planning for our dinner later, but we hope to see you guys in Berlin, Mary Jane, this June.
Yes. Your next holiday destination, Thailand.
Thailand, you got to go check out Greenhouse in Thailand. You guys are just blowing up over in Thailand. Amazing, all this stuff.
I think the #1 holiday destination in the world.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to going to Thailand this year.
Yeah, you have to come by, man. You're gonna love it.
For sure.
For sure.
So yeah, thank you guys for everything, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Peace.